Shalom, this is your brother Moato Dewan coming to you again with another lesson. Lord willing, this be edifying to those of you who are tuning in. But before we get started here, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Also to you, brothers, so that I put on this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you, brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. And today I'm going to go into a recap of the camp that I did yesterday out here in El Paso, Texas, because it was an interesting day. People were acting a little bit kind of strange. So I don't know if the word, I talk very loud when I'm out there on the highways and the byways. It's getting to them or whatever. But for some reason, people are acting a little bit strange. I did have a Jake that did stop by the camp. He was in Issachar. And behind me there were some Eves behind there that were, doing some selling or whatever the case like that. They were chirping, typical chicken head here in Great Babylon, America, which prompted me to do, to go really loud and go into to scripture with these women that are out of order here in Great Babylon, America. Let's start off with the first scripture here. This is the book of Matthew 22. In verse 9, it reads, "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together as many as they found, both good and bad. And the wedding was furnished with guests." So Yahweh Shai Mashiach has told us, as servants, that we have to go to the highway and the byway to go and bid, as much as we can find to the marriage, bid them to this truth, Now, we do put videos out there daily, people find those, but we are commanded to go in the highway and the byway so that we can be seen, We are to make ourselves a spectacle, roughly paraphrasing here, to those out there that see us on the highways and the byways, People drive by, they, take pictures of you, they might make a comment, they might whistle, they might rev up their engine, or they might, blast their music a little loud or whatever the case like that, because we know what, we're in a feminine land, and these people are in a feminine spirit, and particularly these men that wants to, roll and gear up their engine and their music real loud when they see some, especially a brother, or what they call a Negro there on the highway and the byway, bringing on this truth because they think they're impressing you. Now this brother that you see here, this Issachar, he came up. He's a very nice young man. His spirit was good. Lord willing, he may be part of the hopeful elect. He seemed to be very distraught and very, very stressed out. He revealed a couple things to me here, which I will go into in limited information here, but also bring no description. This is to edify. Let's start off with the book of Ecclesiasticus 26, verse 22, because this is one of the things that he revealed to me. And it says, "A harlot should be accounted as a spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. A dishonest woman contempleth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A woman that honored her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonored him in her pride should be counted ungodly of all." Now, the revelation that he revealed to me was this. He found out, because he had suspected that his wife was unfaithful to him. Leading up to that, he during the time of the pandemic, when they were requiring, his wife works in the hospital environment, when they were requiring the hospital workers would take the jump shot, the BG serum, he pleaded with his wife not to take it because he was a retired military sergeant, and had done well financially enough that they could live off his savings, and his retirement income, until she can find, something else or whatever the case is like that. She wanted to go back into the setting, when everything blew over. But however, she did not want to do that. She wanted to have her own independence, because why? That's the spirit here in Great Babylon, America. She's very prideful. She also doesn't support her husband. And on top of that too, she wanted to be out there to be seen, by other men, so that she could do what she was doing, which was to be an unfaithful woman. Let's go into the book of Deuteronomy 22, starting with verse 22. And it says, "If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then they both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman shall thou put away evil from Israel." So the man that knows that woman is married, and the woman would be put to death under the laws of the Hebrew Israelites, But we know we're here in Great Babylon, America, so you can't go and slice your wife's throat, because she went and spread her stinky legs to another man, So, he had to eat that up. Now, his wife took the jab, okay, and he pleaded with her because, she did not want to be supportive. Now, he have to understand this, and I didn't go in details with this with him. As you can see here, I was showing him the sign because he wasn't aware of buck breaking. He wasn't aware of the slave trade. He wasn't aware of, who the Amalekites were. He wasn't aware of a lot of different things. Now, he was aware of the MOTB. He knew that it was the microchip, okay? And there was a couple other things that he was aware of that, led me to believe that, he might be part of that chosen, that elect. We'll see what transpires in the future if he's going to come around camp again. I did give him the link to, the Achium website to go look at all the different teachings there from the apostles all the way down to the Achium, who are putting up lessons every day. And this is a website that was created to do specifically that, and also to the YouTube channels out there so that he can get started. But, he's living locally. He said he has seen me, over and over and over, and he decided that he would stop this time. And I said, you didn't stop, on your own. I said, the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, who the word they call Jesus Christ, okay, put the spirit in you to stop by this time. I said, and you need to know, okay, why we're out here. So, I gave him the scoop of, what the teachings were, why I'm out there, talk about the other brothers that are across the country and also across the earth that are doing the same thing that I'm doing out here, okay? And I said, you're calling to this by Yahushua Mashiach, okay? Basically, he's the one that chooses you. Now, let's get back to what he was talking about, because he talked about the fact that when he found out his wife had been unfaithful to him, he struck out, in a physical way, and this caused him to go, have a court date in the future. He also spent a night in jail, and he was very distraught about that, and stressed out about that because he had never had a handcuff on him, and he had never been handcuffed before. Okay, having served in the military, in the military, those of you who don't know, you have to take drug tests, you have to take a piss test every month. There's a lot of things that you have to do. You're not considered a civilian anymore. Okay, so you're considered a property of the government, so they have strict rules that you have to follow. And in that, of course, he retired with honorable discharge. So obviously he had been a good soldier, okay, so to speak, and had never had in any type of running with the law. And this is the first time. I said, well, don't worry about that. I said, one thing about this truth is going to prepare you for this coming persecution that that Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, is going to be, raining war against the tribe of Israel, okay, us so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos, okay. And I said a lot of people won't hearken to this truth. They won't hearken to the warning. We are warning them. We are the watchmen that are watching the news. We understand the scriptures and what is to take place, because these are the judgment that's coming from Yahweh Shemi Shai, okay, who the word is really called God and Jesus. So this isn't just Esau, the so-called white man, because if he had his way, he would already kill us, or he would have all of us in slavery still, okay? But this is the Most High's, okay, story, okay? And Esau has to play his part. He has to play the bad guy. He has no choice, okay? Now he could say when he's going to do certain things, but unless the Lord, okay, actually allows him to execute that, he can't do anything until the time comes, okay? No matter what, okay? Let's go in the book of Matthew 19 and verse 9, and it says, and I say unto you, whosoever should put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and should marry another, committed adultery, and whoso married her, which is put away, they'll commit adultery. So the wife that you divorce, okay, because she committed adultery, okay, if another man marries her, okay, he also committed adultery. This is only under the Hebrew Israelites law. This does not goes along with the other tribes here on this earth, okay. And so that is certain things. These are things that none of us knew about, okay. That, marrying a woman that was put away for adultery, and you marry her, that you're now committing adultery, because in reality, they were put together, and, that's just the way it is. That's the laws of Yahweh Shemi Yahushai. Okay, so it was some of those things, to comfort this young man. Okay, Ecclesiastes 9:2, it says, "Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance." Now, she decided she would keep the job for the simple reason, she didn't feel like his retirement was enough, or whatever the case is like that. That could have been one thing, okay? which he said he was looking to adjust with that or whatever the case like that. And if he had to go back to work, he would have, whatever the case is like that. But you and I both know, those of us who have eyes open and know the truth is that she wanted to be a whore. She wanted to be out there where she could be visible and be a whore. She didn't want to be home with her husband, and live, which would be fairly comfortable on his retirement pay. The fact is, she just wanted to be a whore. Okay, so he seems to be one to find his way. He said he's given up on her. That basically, she could go do what she wants to go do. I'm not a marriage counselor, nor am I going to pretend to be one. I did not go into details with him or anything like that. I just listened to it. But I'm bringing this out because these are things that you face out there. These are things that brothers are facing in the truth, okay? These are things that brothers who are now out there in the world who hasn't come into this truth yet is now going through this. Why? Because when you're here in Great Babylon, America, you are under the vibration of a feminine spirit, a sodomite king that is ruling this place, that has given authority over to these doggone women. Okay, now when I first went there to set up the camp and all that stuff, these chicken heads were making noise, cluck 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 cluck, kids and all that stuff. I didn't keep my voice low because there were children there or women there like that. I'm not on the highway and the byway to be friends with anybody. I go there with my lessons that I'm going to be bringing out there to camp, and so I'm going to raise my voice exactly how I would always raise my voice. If I want to use the F-bomb, I'm going to drop the F-bomb. I don't give a crap who's there. And you do not want to get into an argue with me, because Lord help you, I stay in the spirit and not get carnal. This is the book of Isaiah 32. 7 verse 9, it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and many years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women." Not talking about these doggone Hebrew Israelite women, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latino women, okay? Clucking your mouth like doggone chicken there, okay? This so-called white man, this sodomite king, okay? These fags has given you a lot of authority and powers, okay? And you feel invincible. But we're telling you that those days of invincibility is about to come to naught, okay? And this is specific, okay, to the judgments that's going to come to the house of Israel, okay? So-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos here, okay? So it doesn't matter if the doggone dog here, cracker bitch out there is being that way to a man, or these doggone gooks out there being that way to their man. That doesn't matter, okay? The Lord is going to judge them too, but the house of David, the house of the house of Israel is going to get judged first. So that's what you all should be concerned about, and that's the warning we're giving to you, okay? You're created different from them. And it says, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and great sackcloth about your loins," okay? We're not out there to play games with you. None of you are cute. All you women out here are fucking ugly and fat. That's for the fact. So the exception is going to be to those who are in this truth, those who have repented and come in, and the Lord has chosen to come into the house of David. Okay, we're gonna look past your ugliness and your obesity, but the rest of you women are just your liposuction, cosmetic surgery enhanced, and most of you are doggone boys to begin with. Okay, we don't have eyes like that. Okay, so we're not impressed. Okay, with you being rude or anything like that. We will crush you. We'll throw a curse on you. Okay, and a whole lot of other things. Okay. You're dealing with the apostles, okay, the prophets of the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach has raised up. You're not dealing with just men out there. You're not special. You're not anything. You're crap. And since most of you are whores, you're lower than spittle. Okay, as I brought out in the book of Ecclesiastes 26. Okay. So let's go into the book of Isaiah. Okay, let's go into the book of John, because this brother said he had contemplated suicide. He had contemplated on, killing himself. And I go, why are you going to kill yourself over a damn woman? Why are you going to kill yourself? Your life is not bad. I said, you need to come into this. I said, the truth. I said, you didn't stop here by accident. Okay. The Lord brought you over here because there's thousands of us brothers that are across the earth that is doing this. We were out there in the world too. We experienced that hell. We experienced betrayal. We know what women are in this country. Okay. I said the Lord has changed our mindset and our heart and the way we look at things, because why? We understand that this wickedness perpetuated all through this earth. Okay, starting with the doggone women. Okay, now he told me, he said one thing. He goes, well, I went to church. I used to go to church, and I've been saved, and my pastor is different. I go, first of all, brother, you're not saved. Okay, let's go into the book of John 3, starting with verse 3, and it says, Yahushua Mashiach answered and said unto him, Very rarely, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Nicodemus said unto him, How can a man be born when he's old? can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Yahushua answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That which is born of the flesh is the flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is the Spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. So we all had to be born again, because we were out there in the doggone flesh. Okay, so that damn pouring the water on your doggone head while some pork eating pastor, okay, who just put his doggone taco down in his pocket, telling you, are you saved? I go, brother, we're not saved. From the elder apostle of Great Millstone all the way down to the brother that is a believer, and the Aquats, which is the sisters that is a believer. None of us are saved. We are just part of the hopefully elect. Okay, so we are humble in spirit that the Lord Yahushua Mashiach would actually find us worthy, okay, to take us out of this doggone hellhole and to put that arch of protection on us when the great tribulation starts here in Great Babylon, America, that these people are unaware of. Okay, and I continue on. This is the book of John 15 and starting verse 16. It says, Ye had not chosen me, but I had chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. So that's what we do out there. We are set up to go out there and go bring forth fruit. Okay, we were chosen. All of us have tattoos, and I showed them my tattoos. I said we all have tattoos. We all some of us been in jail. We all used to go there and fight, chase skirts, chase money, gamble, and just with every doggone vile affection thing you can think about out there, that we were all into it. So there's nothing that people are doing out there that we haven't done, or even much worse than some of them. Okay, but here we are right now, have been washed and cleansed, okay, to now go and be servants of Yahushua Mashiach, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. So of course I had to educate him on the fact of Caesar Borgia, who the Amalekites were, Amaleks were. He knew, he kind of had an idea. So like I said, he had a good spirit, on him. I really believe and hope he might be part of the hopefully elect, and the brother comes out there and get more edifying, edification, and eventually he might be out there, stand up there with me, or whatever other town part of this city that he can stand out there and bring out the truth and be fruitful. Okay, let's close out here with the book of Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 6, down verse 17. It says, Charge them that are rich in this world, and that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. Now his wife could not be satisfied with what he could provide, so she wanted to go and she wanted to say she could provide for herself, which we know the backstory behind that is that she wanted to be out there to go do what she wanted to go do, so because she's a whore. Okay, and it says that they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. Now, what time to come? We're talking about hard times that's going to be coming right now. This wicked government is now setting up, okay, the events that's going to force people to go and do what? Make that decision to go take the mark of the beast, okay, the microchip in their body. We got World War III on the branch. When World War III kick off, these people are going to be frozen in fear because they think supply chain is broken right now. United States is not going against doggone Afghanistan or these little, hillbilly freaking doggone countries that's fighting them with bow and arrows. No, they're going against a nuclear powered nation that has actually been raised up by Yahweh Shem Yahushua to destroy the military force of the United States. Okay, which includes all the cargo ship that's going to be coming through the Suez Canal, okay, and the Panama Canal to supply the United States food, okay, and all the other system. Not to mention the missiles that are going to be dropped here, okay? And these people are going to be drafted into the military, okay? And then when they leave here, they're not coming back, and I'll go into a lesson about that, okay? So these people think times are tough right now. They have no clue about how tough times are going to tough times are going to get. So our foundation of laying up the riches is not okay and trying to build a bunker, okay? Because you can't escape the debt that Yahweh Shem Yahushua have for the people here. And it's not to solve up riches or look how fat your bank account is, because we know the US dollar is about to be worthless real soon, within a year or less. Okay, so all the money that you have saved up is going to naught. You got to be prepared mentally for that. Okay, but these people are not, so they're gonna be caught off guard. Okay, but we have this truth because we're looking to be protected during that time. The most important thing is going to be protection from the evils that's going to fall in this place, and also not to starve to death. Those are the big things. I don't know about you, but I like to eat. I don't want to starve to death. I know I sure as hell don't want to continue to be running. I'm up there in age. I don't want to be continue running for my life either. So hopefully, Yahweh Shai have mercy on my household, so that the danger that we'll be in, hopefully we don't get put to death. Let's put it that way. Okay. So I was just talking that I'll go, Lord willing, see this brother back out there to the camp, but. I wanted to bring this up because I just wanted to recap this. I turned the audio off when I actually put up the camp video up there like that. So I just forwarded the video, so you just see me going around and explaining to him, of the things that, of course, if you're coming into this truth, you can't get everything in one afternoon or even 30 minutes or whatever the case is like that. You have to be fully invested into this, So, Lord willing, I just thought I'd bring it out. So I'd like to close it by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash, double honor to teachers, sellers, and the apostles of great millstone. Also to you brothers out there that put on the truth faithfully, if you had to see feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters that tuning in, Shalom.